So in this video, we're going to compare the Samsung Galaxy Tab A8 versus the Galaxy Tab A7. The price for these two tablets are going to start right around $230 in the United States, but you should see the Tab A7 going on sale since it's the older model and probably will sell out at most places. You get a 10.5 inch on the new Tab A8, 10.4 inch on the Tab A7. Resolution is slightly different. You get 1920 by 1200 on the Tab A8, 2000 by 1200 on the Tab A7. So it sounds like you're getting lower resolution on the newer tablet, but in reality, you put them next to each other and they're basically the same. Screen brightness, I feel, is a little bit brighter on the Tab A7, and you get slightly better viewing angles. I mean, you probably wouldn't notice unless you put these two tablets together, but I feel like the screen is just a little bit brighter on the Tab A7. It's going to be very minor differences in dimensions and weight on these two as well. The Tab A8 is slightly shorter and wider than the Tab A7. As you can see here, when you put them next to each other, slightly different, but pretty much the same size tablet. The Galaxy Tab A7 is a little bit more curved around the edges versus a little more boxy on the Tab A8. Very minor differences, but you can tell when you put them next to each other. The Tab A8 is slightly heavier than the Tab A7 as well, but again, it's so close, I don't think most people are going to even notice. You get 1080p resolution on YouTube on both tablets. For some reason, you only get SD playback on the new Galaxy Tab A8. Where on the older Tab A7, you get full HD playback. I'm not really sure why that is. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an update later that changes it, because I have seen that change on one of my Lenovo tablets. You get a 7040 milliamp hour battery on both tablets and about the same battery life as well. They lasted right around 7 hours in my battery drain test with full screen brightness. You also get fast charging on both, so you're not going to have any problems getting through the entire day with heavy usage, or even a couple days with light use before you have to charge these back up. Even longer depending on how you're going to use them and how bright you have the screen set at. Now, if you like tablets, phones, and other tech, consider hitting that subscribe button. I try to cover as much on the channel as possible, and I'll be posting more videos this year than ever before. You don't get Samsung DeX on either tablet. Nice thing is you can connect these to a keyboard and mouse and be a little more productive that way. You can also use split screen to get things done a little bit faster. Software wise, they're going to be pretty much the same. Now, when you swipe left on the home screen on the new Tab A8, you get the Google News feed. I'm not sure what happened to my Tab A7, but when I swipe left of the home screen on that, it doesn't do anything. I could have swore it had the Google News feed or Samsung Free. I may have changed something in the settings a while back and I just don't remember. But otherwise, you get pretty much the same software experience. The Tab A7 is a little bit older now. It is on Android 11, but you're going to get longer updates with the newer Galaxy Tab A8. The new Galaxy Tab A8 comes with a Unisoc T618 processor, where you get a Snapdragon 662 in the Tab A7, so slightly different processors but somewhat similar performance depending on which version you have, because there's a 3GB of RAM, 32GB of storage version for each tablet, but with the Tab A8 you get 4GB of RAM and 64GB, or 128GB of storage, so a little bit better options for the newer Galaxy Tab. Geekbench scores, they're going to be very similar. You get 365 single core score on the newer Galaxy Tab, 316 on the A7, slightly better on the Tab A7. On multi-core scores, 1409 versus only 1245 on the Galaxy Tab A8. You're going to get a very similar gaming experience with these two tablets. You actually get better graphics on the new Galaxy Tab A8, better frame rates as well. So even though the Galaxy Tab A7 might be a little bit better as far as Geekbench scores, the newer Galaxy Tab A8 is actually a little bit better at gaming. You get HD graphics with high frame rates on games like PUBG Mobile. Asphalt 9 runs nice and smooth on both as well, and the graphics look nice and sharp. Sometimes the games load a little bit faster on the Galaxy Tab A7. Sometimes they load faster on the Tab A8. Again, not really a huge difference. I feel like most people are going to enjoy gaming on either tablet. Nice thing is you get 4 speakers on both tablets with Dolby Atmos. They both sound really nice and loud. Which sounds better or louder? Well, I feel like they're using the same same exact speakers and setup, so it's really hard to tell a difference between these two. Good thing is these are some of the loudest tablets that you can buy, especially at this price, and I think most people are going to be happy regardless of which tablet you choose. Here's a quick sample of each, just to give you an idea of what to expect. The other thing that is nice is you get a headphone jack on both tablets, which you're seeing less and less of these days. I imagine you won't see those on tablets in the near future, so we might as well enjoy them while we've got them. Nice thing is you can use a micro SD card up to 1 terabyte on both tablets. Now both tablets have an 8 megapixel rear facing camera, a 5 megapixel front facing camera, and I've got to be honest, they're not really that good. Will they work for Zoom meetings? Maybe, if you have great lighting, but the truth is when manufacturers are making affordable devices like this, they have to cut corners somewhere, and unfortunately the cameras are just not that great in these two. It's like they had some camera parts left over from 5 years ago and they just slapped them in here, and it sort of shows from some of these samples. I mean, you do get 1080p resolution on video for both tablets, but you really have to put a lot of effort to get halfway decent photos and video from either one of these. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I almost feel like the photos and videos are better on the older Galaxy Tab A7 versus the newer Galaxy Tab A8. You would think that would be the other way around, but not in my testing. I'll let you decide from these samples here, just to give you an idea of what to expect. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.